Let's talk about a very interesting topic that you're going to love for sure. I want to speak to you about the top 5 single member LLC business loans that pull personal Equifax for fast approval and high loan amounts. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the top 5 single-member LLC business loans that pull personal Equifax for fast approval and high loan amount. Number 5, we have the Huntington Bank. Our score, 8.6 over 10. One thing we love about Huntington is that they are really flexible. They are friendly to a single member LLCs, okay? And obviously, we love the customer service, we love the loan flexibility, and we love the fast approval process. Wonderful. So when you think about this bank, you have business term loans, you have business real estate loans, you also have business lines of credit. So the flexibility is there. The loan amounts are generous, okay? Very generous, especially if you have an existing relationship with Huntington. It's very important to understand that the team will work with you. The team will help you expand your business. They will help you actually expand your single member LLC. Maybe you want to finance a major purchase. You want to make capital improvement to where you currently are at. You need working capital. Okay, you work with the freelancers. You work with subcontractors. You are trying to boost your bottom line, and Huntington will be there for you. And so when we think about loans, they have 2 types of business financing for single member LLCs. So they have business term and real estate loans, so you can finance assets in real estate. And they also have business lines of credit. In other words, they will give you a line of credit to manage your finances more effectively. Okay, you have access to credit that helps you manage things like cash flow. You can purchase inventory. You can optimize vendor relationships. All of those things, as you can understand, are quite essential for your single member LLC. Okay, very important. So, and the cool thing is that we love the speed, how fast Huntington Bank will actually approve you. We have seen people getting approved within 48 hours. Sometimes this will be 24 hours if you have an existing positive and conducive relationship with the bank already. And they don't ask for a lot of paperwork though. But again, if you want to have more information, you want to call 1-800-480-2001. So 1-800-480-2001. So weekdays 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. Number 4, we have Citizens Financial. Our score, 8.8 over 10. Another stellar institution. We love Citizens because they actually will also work with you. And the cool thing is that they are very generous. You can get a business loan or line of credit up to $250,000 in 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days. And as a matter of fact, we have worked with Citizens over the years. We currently have clients who have Citizens Financial as their business bank. And they have actually confirmed that, and we have actually seen it in our own dealings with the institution. They are really, really fast in terms of approving you, as long as you have the right paperwork. So they will approve your single member LLC business loan really fast, okay? And you can apply online, which we do not recommend, but you can apply online. You have the option to do it, okay? But you don't want to do that. You want to go to a Citizens branch, and you want to speak on the phone with a rep, and you want to contextualize your single LLC, single member LLC business loan. You want to contextualize the loan so that they have a clear idea why you need the money and why they should finance you. This is what I mean by contextualizing the loan application. Okay, when it comes to their business financing, the typology of those programs is very clear. So they have business lines of credit. They have business or equipment flex loan. This is something that allows you to finance various assets such as equipment, vehicles, or machinery with a short-term line of credit that turns into a term loan. So we love the flexibility there, okay? And they also have business term loans. They have business mortgages. So the whole thing is that it is really great. You have a constellation. You have a variety of business financing programs that can help your single member LLC. And it's best if you want to kick off the process at Citizens Financial. What we have seen in our own experience with our own business clients, and also with what we have seen with the colleagues in the industry, the thing is you want to schedule a consultation. First, you want to have a conversation. You want to schedule a consultation with a rep. And at that consultation, you want to explain everything to the rep. That's what I was talking to you that's what I was referring to earlier in terms of contextualizing the loan application. Okay, you also want to bring the necessary paperwork to the meeting, and it's just better to have a consultation over the phone or at the branch if you are lucky enough to live in the vicinity of a Citizens branch. Okay, it's always better to have live contact with someone instead of having a phone conversation. But hey, listen, not everybody can and everybody's lucky enough to live in the vicinity of a Citizens branch, so it is what it is. Either do phone or do a live meeting. Very important. Number 3, folks, we have First Citizens Bank. Our score 9/10. Another impeccable bank, another stellar institution. So when we think about First Citizens Bank, not to confuse with Citizens Financial, those are different institutions. So now we are speaking about First Citizens Bank, and we have rated them 9/10, and we love the fact that they have short and long-term small business solutions, especially for single member LLCs like yours. Okay, when we talk about business loans, they give you financial solutions that allow you to buy, refinance, build, or expand a facility. You can use the cash to restructure debt. You can use the cash to finance equipment, make leaseholder improvements, or access working capital. Okay, so this is really good. We love the fact that in addition to business loans, they also have business lines of credit. So here you get the funds that you need to help manage fluctuations in your cash flows, right? So you can handle periodic borrowing needs, so you can get business done promptly. You can borrow, repay, and then borrow again. This is actually the classic definition of a business line of credit. Okay, you always know the amount that's available to you to borrow, and you can solve financing needs quickly by simply writing a check. So depending on the industry your single member LLC is in, you will find extra funding from First Citizens Bank very, very timely and very convenient. Okay, so when we speak about First Citizens Bank business financing programs for single member LLCs, you have business loans, you have business lines of credit, but you also have SBA term loans. Those are government-backed loans. So here the amounts are more, they are higher. The loan amounts are higher because, again, the government is guaranteeing part of the loan. So you can choose from an SBA 7A or 504 loan. You can finance real estate and equipment. You can have a fixed or variable rate options also. You also have the SBA Express term loans that First Citizens Bank administers. So here we have loan amounts up to $350,000. Okay, and you have repayment terms up to 10 years, and you have up to 100% financing, up to 100% financing. So again, bottom line is you have a diverse catalog of business financing programs at First Citizens Bank for your single member LLC business. Number 2, folks, we have here Truist Bank. Our score 9.2/10. What we love about Truist is the fact that they were very nimble. They are adapted, they adapt pretty much to your situation. Customer service is great. Their reps are excellent. They know what they are talking about. And one thing we have found over the years, even before the merger between the BB&T and the SunTrust, we have seen that the the reputation or the spirit of customer service at SunTrust and BB&T was stellar already. Okay, so they actually they brought over to the new entity, to the truest bank that we currently have right now. This is just a great addition to the already stellar customer service. So let's talk about their business loans here. So you can borrow one lump sum for what you need for your single member LLC, from inventory and unexpected expenses to debt consolidation. You have no collateral required whatsoever. Okay, so you can actually borrow up to $100,000 in loan amounts and up to 60 months. Okay, so this is really good. And the way it works is very simple. So you apply for a specific loan amount, and so they offer loans secured by additional collateral. If you want to have more, if you want to borrow more than $100,000, you're going to have to collateralize the excess. Okay, you can choose the length of your loan. You can make scheduled monthly payments of principal and interest, and you can track your balance online. So a Truist Bank single member LLC business loan is great if you want to make a one-time purchase, you want to fund a specific project or initiative, you want to consolidate debt, or you want to lock in a better interest rate by refinancing. So again, the choices are there. It's great if you already have a relationship with Truist. Actually, for all the banks that I'm going to mention in today's conversation, it's just better to have an existing relationship with the bank, not only at the personal level but also at the business level, so you can parlay those excellent relationships at the personal and business level into a business loan for your single member LLC, a loan that has great conditions. For example, loan amount, for example, tenure, in other words, how long you have to pay the loan back, and also in terms of APR. So those are really great. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the top 5 single member LLC business loans that pull personal Equifax. Number 1, the best of the best in this category. Our score 9.6 over 10. This is KeyBank. Our score 9.6 over 10. When you think about KeyBank, I want you to think about flexibility. I want you to think about generous loan amount. Check this out. They can approve you for a loan amount, a business loan amount up to $500,000, $500,000. Think about that. And the minimum loan amount, $10,000. So the delta here is $10,000 to $500,000. Okay, and the term, we are looking at a delta of 12 to 84 months. So that's the gap. 12 months to 84 months. That's 1 year to 7 years. This is really good. And the cool thing is that KeyBank will actually work with you. They will work with your single member LLC to make sure that you can expand your business. You have the funds that you need to grow and expand. Okay, so whether you need to buy equipment or property, consolidate debts, or increase capital, KeyBank single member LLC business loans can actually give you a leg up with flexible terms and competitive interest rates. So this is kind of cool with this loan. Okay, we love the fact that, again, if you want more than $500,000, you're gonna have to collateralize the extra amount. Okay, so because they offer both secured and unsecured loans. Okay, not a problem. And if you have an automatic deduction, that means that you have the ability to just to set it up one time and not worry about being in default on this loan. So this is really good. Now, it's better always to contact KeyBank directly to learn more about the program. So in addition to business term loans, they also have business lines of credit that could be great for your single member LLC. For example, the loan amounts here are the same. So they have analogous loan amounts. So they have $10,000 to $500,000 for their business line of credit. And the term, this is renewable every 12 months. So at the end of the year, KeyBank will actually evaluate your account status. We'll see how things went during the year, your cash inflows and cash outflows, and they will decide to either resume the line of credit program, or just cancel it. Before we close to this conversation, I want to have a quick overview with you. I want to explain to you a few things you need to understand if you are a single member LLC and you are trying to get a business loan that pulls personal Equifax. First of all, you really want to get a copy of your Equifax FICO report, your credit report. It's important to make sure that this is actually whatever information is in the report is accurate, right? Because if a bank is going to pull your personal Equifax, you really want to make sure the info is accurate, is up to date in terms of like you don't have no derogatory items, you don't have no errors, you have no issues on the report itself. And so once you do that, you need to decide why you need financing in the first place for your single member LLC. Do you need the money to buy new equipment? Do you need to borrow a small amount of money? Let's say you want to borrow up to $50,000. Do you want to establish another business? Okay. Do you want to pay for day-to-day operations, like have some kind of working capital? Or do you want to borrow money on as needed basis? In other words, are you looking for a business line of credit for your single member LLC? And it's really important as you go along and trying to identify why you need financing. You need to also check your eligibility. Okay. The thing is, business loan requirements vary, and there are a few things that lenders will actually pay attention to make sure that you qualify for the business loan, especially if you're a single member LLC. Because when you're a single member LLC, there is I would say the corporate veil is not really clear between your personal affairs and your business affairs, especially if you have not done the right thing. So lenders, in one word, lenders are looking at your business loan as if it were a personal loan, unless you have proven beyond any doubt that you are totally separate from your business. Okay, so they will pay attention to your credit score, to your EIN. They'll pay attention to your business credit score if you have it, and if you have one, they will look at the collateral and your personal guarantee statements. They will look at your time in business, and they will look at your annual revenue. So you can see that there is a diversity of criteria that the lender will look at before approving your single member LLC business loan that pulls personal Equifax. One thing I also want to say, and these are our pro tips. And those are things that are really important to remember. And whether you are applying for a single member LLC business loan that pulls personal Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian, make sure that you actually compare business lending options. Obviously, in today's conversation, I gave you 5 banks, our top 5 banks. But what if you don't qualify, or you don't see any of these banks interested? Well, you want to keep on researching. It's all about research, right? It's all about comparing business lending options. You want to look at online lenders, and you want to compare them to traditional banks and credit unions, but also think about micro lenders, okay? And while you're doing that, make sure that you gather the required documentation so you can be approved for your single member LLC business loan. So where you're talking about your personal and business tax returns, your business licenses, your articles of incorporation, because if you're an LLC, you're gonna have to show your articles of incorporation, your personal and business bank statements, your profit and loss statements, your financial statements in general. Okay, in other words, in addition to your P&L, you're gonna have to show your balance sheet, your statement of cash flows, and your statement of owner's equity. You're going to have a business plan in some cases to show the lender that you have actually thought through the whole process. Okay, and you might have to show also your building lease. So, but it's really important to always stay in contact with the lender so that you have a clear idea of what they're looking for. If your loan, let's say you want to get a loan, or you were pre-approved for the loan, make sure you ask the lender for their specific requirements. And also, once you have done that, just to submit your application. submit your application. It's just better. Again, we have said this on this show and on other shows. It's important to apply at a branch. It's important to go to a branch bank and or to go to or just to apply over the phone. Okay, but it's important to have this sort of initial conversation with the bank. So once you have done everything, just submit the application. So make sure that you put your name, your business name, your social security number if you do the loan without EIN. But if you do with EIN, you only need your EIN, okay? And the desired loan amounts, the loan purpose, very important, and your annual revenue. Before I actually close today's conversation, please check out our loan evaluation approach. We have a rigorous method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing business loans. Check this out. All right, let's quickly recap today's conversation. So here are the top 5 single member LLC business loans that pull personal Equifax. Number 1, we have KeyBank. Our score 9.6 over 10. Number 2, we have Truist Bank, 9.2 over 10. Number 3, we have First Citizens Bank. Our score 9 over 10. Our number 4 here, we have Citizens Financial. Our score 8.8 over 10. And number 5, we have Huntington Bank. Our score 8.6 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.